This is a brief safety announcement. This show is a comedy broadcast. If the concept of humor or sarcasm confuses or frightens you, the exits are located at the top right of your browser window. Please use them now. For those staying, please ensure your expectations are appropriately lowered. Thank you.
You're listening to Backfire FM, and this is 9 to 5 Panic Attack with your host, Arthur Pendleton-Finch.
Do sit down and stop fidgeting. Let us not mince words, your weekend is dead and buried. I am Arthur Pendleton-Finch, and may I cheerfully say, good morning Britain on this wet Monday morning. And if you are currently sitting in your Nissan Qashqai on the M25, staring into the middle distance and contemplating steering directly into a concrete bridge just to feel something, I hear you. I am with you. My chest is currently tighter than the skin on a budget facelift. Now, over the weekend, the production team, and I use the word team in the loosest possible sense here, handed me a stack of listener correspondence. And a terrifyingly large number of you have written in to suggest that I, of all people, should run for political office. Some of you absolute lunatics have actively suggested I should run for Prime Minister. First of all, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for the vote of confidence, truly. It's incredibly heartwarming to know that you look at a man who routinely has a minor vascular event on live radio before lunch and think, yes, give that thunder cunt the nuclear codes. He's got the right energy. But secondly, have you utterly lost your collective slack-jawed window-licking minds? Prime Minister, why in the name of Christ's left testicle would anyone want that job? It is the most miserable, soul-eroding, rancid chalice of a gig. It's not a career choice, it's a public execution. You are essentially volunteering to be the designated driver for a minibus full of vomiting, incontinent toddlers, except the minibus is on fire and the road is made of dynamite. And look at the caliber of the absolute human bin fires who have done it recently. Theresa May, a woman with the charisma of a damp cardboard box left out in the rain, who navigated Brexit with all the grace of a blindfolded giraffe roller skating through a glass factory. Then we upgraded to Boris Johnson, an absolute monument of a man, if that monument was constructed entirely out of lard, lies and unwashed straw. A weaponized haystack who treated the High Office of State like his personal bouncy castle, shagging his way through the civil service while the rest of us were forbidden from hugging our dying grandmothers. And just when you thought the circus couldn't get any more off the rails, we got Liz Truss, a woman who possessed the intellectual depth of a car park puddle and the political longevity of an open carton of milk in a sauna. She turned up, obliterated the economy in 48 minutes like a toddler with a sledgehammer, lost a popularity contest to an iceberg lettuce, and then fucked off to America to blame the deep state. After that, the Tories gave us Rishi Sunak, a man so blindingly, obscenely wealthy that he looked like he'd been manufactured in a lab by Rolex. He spent 2 years wandering around looking like a tech support worker who had accidentally walked onto the stage of an opera, desperately trying to convince us he was one of the people while wearing £800 sliders and failing to understand how a contactless debit card works. And if that wasn't the cherry on top of this pile of useless nitwits, along comes Keir Starmer, Sir Keir, the human embodiment of a beige cardigan. A man so utterly devoid of a discernible personality that if he stands against the Magnolia Wall, he effectively becomes invisible. He approaches Prime Minister's questions with the agonizing forensic enthusiasm of a man auditing a regional cardboard box factory. He's the political vacuum. He's the human equivalent of a dial tone. So no, I will not be running for Prime Minister. It's a parade of the damned. But I did think about it. And if I were to take on a role of national importance, it wouldn't be in Downing Street, no. I wouldn't be a politician. I'd be a superhero. I'd be bullshit, man. Imagine it. I wouldn't need a cape, just a sharp suit, a megaphone, and the legal authority to fly into press conferences, burst through the doors, point directly at the podium and scream, bullshit! That is absolute gold standard premium grade bullshit. And then just fly away. No policy, no manifestos, just pure truth-bombing. The world needs bullshit, man. You need him. I need him. The BBC Charter desperately needs him. And funnily enough, that brings us beautifully to our very first track of the morning. It's a brand new anthem dedicated to that very saviour of sanity. Fire it up, tech toddlers, this is Bullshit Man. Turn it up till your speakers bleed.
He clocks in late, cape in the rain, phone box suit, tie all askew, still looking sharp, like trouble do. He says, move back with a grin so rude, goes through the fog like he's late for food. One hand on hip, one on the truth, leaves doubt in the bin and cools the room. Oi, can you hear him, hear that stride? Bullshit man, on your side. If the lie comes slimy, he cuts it clean. One wink, one spin, and the whole thing beams. Bullshit man, blows those lies away.
Blows them away.
Bullshit man, he don't play today.
He don't play.
Bullshit man, you can call him when. Bullshit man, makes it make sense again. Council boss said the bridge is fine, he laughed so hard.
Teeth came out his nose.
Check one crack, then 10 more showed. Stamp one form and exposed the pose. Mum at the shop said he's too smart, but he saved the bag from a sticky mug. Caught a thief with a paper clip, then bowed so neat and took the hit. Oi, can you hear him?
Hear that grin.
Bullshit man,
Come on in.
if the life pile up, he clears the floor. One sharp word and you ask for more. Bullshit man, blows those lies away.
Blows them away.
Bullshit man, he don't play today.
He don't play.
Bullshit man, you can call him when.
Woo!
Bullshit man, makes it make sense again. He ain't got lasers, he ain't got fame, just quick eyes and a wicked name. When the world gets slick and starts to spin, he tips his hat and walks right in. Bullshit man, blows those lies away.
Blows them away.
Bullshit man, he don't play today.
He don't play.
Bullshit man, you can call him when. Bullshit man, makes it make sense again.
Cast your minds back to the sweet polyphonic soundtrack of a generation. But why listen to those digital masterpieces on a tinny speaker when you can experience them with the grandiosity of a full classical ensemble? Introducing the Polyphonic Pavilion, the definitive, monumental collection of the greatest mobile phone ringtones from the years 2000 to 2010. Reimagined, revitalized, and recorded live by the legendary Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Across 80 glorious gold-pressed compact discs, you will experience sonic majesty like never before. Feel the hairs on your arms stand up as 85 world-class musicians deliver a sweeping rendition of the iconic Nokia Arabic remix. Cry tears of pure joy during an emotional triple harp interpretation of the Crazy Frog theme. Gasp in awe at the thundering timpani and soaring woodwinds of the Motorola Hello Moto Concerto. The Polyphonic Pavilion, available now in an 80 CDs special edition for only £699. Bring the golden age of the Pocket Buzz to your stereo system today. Requires a CD player sold separately for an additional £400. Sony Ericsson ringtone compilation available on cassette for an extra fee.
So, last week I was invited to a West End premiere, Passive Aggressive the Musical. Now, I'll admit, I thought that was a biography. I thought someone had finally had the good sense to put my ex-wife's mother on stage. Turns out, no. It's an actual musical about feelings, unspoken ones. 2 hours of people singing beautifully about resentments they refuse to say out loud, which frankly is just Christmas with subtitles. Well, here I am, I arrive, champagne reception, gorgeous, fish canapés, tiny little vol au vins, the kind of finger food designed to make you feel wealthy for 4 seconds before it tries to kill you. I had 3. Delicious, delicate, faintly warm, in a way fish should never, ever be faintly warm. Room temperature salmon is not a texture, it's a warning. Well, the lights go down. Overture starts, very promising, lush strings, a woman in an enormous hat weeping 2 rows in front of me for reasons I will never understand, and frankly didn't have the bandwidth to ask about, because by the top of Act 1, ladies and gentlemen, my stomach had begun its own overture. A low, ominous rumble. A cello, if the cello were filled with malice and undercooked halibut. And here's the tragedy. I am a gentleman. I don't do scenes. So I sat there, spine like a grenadier guard, face doing polite theatre appreciation, while beneath the waistcoat an entire civil war was breaking out. Passive-aggressive. The show had made me method. I lasted 1 song. 1. Some duet about boundaries, which deeply ironic because mine had just been comprehensively annexed. I did the full aristocratic crab walk down the row. Sorry, pardon, so sorry. No, do carry on. Marvellous, marvellous, like the Poirot of gastric distress. And I hit that toilet door at a velocity generally associated with Olympic bobsleigh. I will spare you most of the details, because I am, above all things, a man of taste. But I will say this. What happened in that cubicle was less a bodily function and more a West End revival. There was a beginning, a middle, an interval where I genuinely considered ringing for the National Trust, and a devastating finale that got, and I say this with pride, spontaneous applause from the queue outside. I emerged 45 minutes later, pale, hollowed out, spiritually altered, like a man who'd been to war and the war was inside my own trousers. Missed the entire second act. Someone asked me what I thought of the ending. I said, "Darling, I didn't see the ending, I became it." Passive-aggressive, they called it. There was nothing passive about what that fish did to me. That was a full declaration of war, delivered with the subtlety of a house brick through a stained-glass window. So if the writers are looking for a new title, might I suggest Bad Fish and West End Shitstorm? Standing ovation guaranteed. Front row not recommended. On a more delightful note, here is a new musical pleasure called Jet to Holiday.
Jet to holiday, jet to holiday. Train pulling out at 6, sun cream on my wrist, pint in the paper cup. You and me all set up, queue at the gate we grin. Passport tucked right in, flip flops, shades in a bag. Look at us, we're that gang. Say it again, we're almost there. Blue sky calling everywhere. Hold my hand, don't slow me down. We're leaving now, we own this town. Jet to holiday, jet to holiday. Take me where the day won't end too soon. Jet to holiday, jet to holiday. Me and you, babe, under that moon. Jet to holiday. Sticky ice cream smile, burning on the tile, poolside, loud and proud with a laughing crowd. Flip the map, no stress. Living in the best. I got a 10-line plan and a borrowed sun hat. Yeah. Say it again, we're almost there. Blue sky calling everywhere. Hold my hand, don't slow me down. We're leaving now, we own this town. Jet to holiday, jet to holiday. Take me where the day won't end too soon. Jet to holiday, jet to holiday. Me and you, babe, under that moon. Under that moon. Running back, bare feet on the track. Nothing like we know we can't go back. One more flight, one more shout, one more night.
Have you seen the news? Not the real news. Nobody's got the stomach for that anymore. I mean the proper news. The news that matters. I'm talking about Little Whittlesham Parish Council and the roundabout. Let me set the scene for you. There is a roundabout. On this roundabout, for 11 years, there has been a flower bed. A modest little flower bed. Geraniums, I believe, possibly a rogue petunia making a bid for freedom. Tended lovingly by one Brenda Fothergill Hedges, aged 74, unpaid and unbothered. And the council, mark you, has voted by a margin of 4 votes to 3 to replace Brenda's flower bed with a rockery. A rockery! Now, I don't know if you understand the scale of what I'm describing, so let me help you. This is not a story. This is not news. This is a geological betrayal. 11 years of horticultural devotion, ripped out by a subcommittee of retired estate agents who have never grown so much as a moustache, and replaced with rocks. Just rocks. Sat there, being rocks. At the community's expense. At a cost, I am told, of £4,200, which is genuinely more than this country spent thinking about the actual economy this year. And this is the bit that tipped me over. The chair of the planning committee, a man called Gerald, and I want you to sit with this, has been quoted in the Whittlesham Gazette saying, and I'm reading this verbatim, "We felt the rockery represented a more contemporary aesthetic." Contemporary? Gerald, you absolute geological disgrace, you beige little dictator, you have taken a roundabout, the last bastion of unsupervised English joy, a place where a pensioner could express herself through the medium of begonias, and turned it into something you'd find outside a harvester in 1994. There is nothing contemporary about a rockery, Gerald. A rockery is what happens when a man has given up on life and started collecting driveway gravel as a personality. Do you know what this is? This is Suez. This is smaller Suez. This is the Suez crisis, but the canal is a roundabout and the ships are geraniums. And Gerald is Anthony Eden with a clipboard and a waistcoat, marching in, unelected in spirit, if not technically in fact, and detonating 11 years of community horticulture because he fancied himself as a visionary. Brenda Fothergill Hedges has, and I quote the Gazette again, declined to comment. Which, in England, as we all know, means she's currently plotting an act of civil disobedience. So devastating that Gerald will be finding gravel in his cornflakes until the coronation of whichever child eventually takes the throne. I hope she wins. I really hope she chains herself to that rockery. I hope the 6 o'clock news leads with it. I hope Hugh Edwards, wherever he is, has to say the word geranium with a straight face. Anyway, just a tiny bit of news there that sparked my anger. Small country, big feelings, wrong priorities. Gerald. Next up is this little gem that perfectly encapsulates a Friday evening at my home. This is Getting Wasted on Bolly. That's cute for Bollinger, you twats.
Sunburn on my nose, ice in the glass. You said one sip, love. Now I want the love. Pearls on the patio, tie loose, shoes gone. Bubbles up my sleeves and I'm already on. Tick, tick, one more round, spin me round, darling. Hands in the air now, feet start marching. Getting wasted on Bolly. Getting wasted on Bolly. Pop that cork for me, I'm a mess, but I'm lovely. Lovely. Getting wasted on Bolly. Getting wasted on Bolly. Hold my hat, hold my heart, I'm all giggles and confetti. Confetti. Your little gold ring clinks on the rim, lemon on the tongue, and the room goes thin. I do the Charleston on the garden stones, laughing at my own high-class tumble home. Tick, tick, one more round, spin me round, darling. Hands in the air now, feet start marching. Getting wasted on Bolly. Getting wasted on Bolly. Pop that cork for me, I'm a mess, but I'm lovely. Lovely. Getting wasted on Bolly. Getting wasted on Bolly. Hold my hat, hold my heart, I'm all giggles and confetti. Confetti. my jacket and the moon keeps grinning. One more kiss, one more toast. I lose my manners and I lose my ghost. Getting wasted on Bali. Pop that cork for me. I'm a mess, but I'm lovely. Getting wasted on Bali. Getting wasted on Bali. Hold my hand, hold my heart. I'm all giggles and confetti.
Are you tired of the ultimate modern tragedy? Suburbia. You've bought the detached house, you've manicured the lawn, but your life is being utterly ruined by the sheer audacity of the people next door. Introducing Regiment Rentals, the world's first premier ultra-luxury concierge service utilising elite battle-hardened former SAS operatives to settle your petty domestic grievances with overwhelming military force. For the spectacular price of £12,000 per hour, our operatives will abseil from a stealth helicopter directly onto number 42's roof. They will tactically breach the garden fence, place their wheelie bin in a vice-like tactical chokehold, and drag it exactly 3 inches past the property line to assert absolute, terrifying dominance. Got a neighbour whose overgrown hedge is blocking your morning sunlight? Don't use shears. Our lads will perform a midnight night vision reconnaissance mission using controlled military-grade thermite charges to instantly incinerate the shrubbery while singing the national anthem. Is someone parking their Nissan Qashqai slightly across your driveway? For an additional £5,000, a decorated war hero will camouflage himself as a common garden gnome, wait in your flower bed for 48 hours, and perform a flawless, silent takedown the moment they look away. Regiment Rentals. Because true British luxury means spending your life savings to win a postcode war over a shared driveway. Call now and we'll throw in a tactical camouflage tea cosy for free. Regiment Rentals. All operatives are heavily armed and completely unversed in UK property law. We accept no responsibility for accidental annexation of local parks.
Now, would you look at that? You can hire a former SAS soldier to sort out your neighbourhood disputes. Brilliant. Now, I want to be very clear. I do not think this is excessive. I think this is overdue. I think this is the single greatest development in residential warfare since the invention of the passive-aggressive note about bin day. Because let's be honest with ourselves, shall we? Every dispute you've ever had with a neighbour has ended the same way. You, standing at the fence, smiling, saying, "No, honestly, it's fine," while internally drafting a will that specifically excludes them from inheriting your good opinion of humanity. Regiment Rentals understands that what you actually want to say is move your car, but what you actually need is a man called Trevor, who once tabbed 40 miles across the Brecon Beacons with a rucksack full of bricks, standing silently behind you while you say it. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit. You must show your neighbours who is boss. It is a biological imperative. Going back to the caves, when Grunk drew a rock boundary and Steve from 3 caves down kept accidentally extending his fire pit 6 inches onto Grunk's land. Some things never change, Steve. Some things never change. But, and I say this with the calm confidence of a man who has never once lost a boundary dispute, I don't need regiment rentals, because I live on an estate, and an estate, unlike your pokey little semi with a passive-aggressive hedge, comes with infrastructure. I have a moat, a genuine moat. Cosmetic, technically, according to the National Trust, but I've stocked it with geese. And let me tell you something about geese. Geese have no concept of proportionate response. A goose does not do verbal warning. A goose sees a rambler taking a shortcut across my west lawn and it becomes, instantly, a small feathered war crime with a grudge. I've got hedgerows trimmed into shapes specifically designed to make land surveyors weep. I've got a groundskeeper named Terry, who I'm fairly sure served in something. He won't say what. He just goes very quiet and stares at the tree line whenever a hot air balloon goes over. And I've got a gate. A beautiful wrought iron gate, with an intercom system so aggressively posh that simply pressing the buzzer makes visiting salesmen reconsider their entire career trajectory. So, no, Regiment Rentals, keep your Trevor. I don't need a rented commando to remind Barry next door that the boundary is the boundary. I've got geese with main character energy, a groundsman with 1,000-yard stare, and a hedge that could give a man lockjaw just for looking at it. Mind you, last week a fox got in the moat and the geese haven't recovered. So if anyone does have Trevor's number, I may in fact take it. We once again reached the end of our show, dear listeners, and I release you with this last song called Shotgun Terry. I am Arthur Pendleton-Finch, and I bid you goodbye and, indeed, good luck.
You pull up in the raincoat, boots muddy by the curb. One hand on the takeaway bag, like you own every word. Sun on the patio fence, sausage rolls on a paper plate. You grin like trouble in a van, and you're never, ever late. Terry, what's the move? Terry, you got that groove. Crowd lean in when you roll through. Hold that line and let it loose. Shotgun Terry, drive me home. Shotgun Terry, take the road. Shotgun Terry, one more run. We're gone. Shotgun Terry, sing it loud. Shotgun Terry, through the crowd. Shotgun Terry, never slow. We're gone. Your mate's got chips in the glove box, cup holders full of heat. Out past the roundabout glow, past the boots and the bingo beat. You laugh with your heartbeat and samosa. Say, mate, we're doing alright. Then you floor it down the back lane to the sound of Saturday night. Terry, keep it light. Terry, to the morning light. Window down, let the wind hit you. Hands up high when the chorus hits you. Shotgun Terry, drive me home. Shotgun Terry, take the road. Shotgun Terry, one more run. We're gone. Shotgun Terry, sing it loud. Shotgun Terry, through the crowd. Shotgun Terry, never slow. We're gone. Now the sky goes gold, and the life runs wild. You got that local legend soul, and a grin like a child. One more turn.